Um, I wanted to welcome everybody back. You know, I've discovered over the years, especially now in my life, that my life is all about purpose, creating, and learning, healing, teaching, and learning, having fun each day. And so that's what I'm going to talk about is my journey and having fun along the way and doing things that make me feel good and and to feel that I'm giving something back to the community and myself because the thing is this is what we do. This is what we do here. Um, you know, I've gone through a lot of things. Um, so we're going to be delving into some depths that spans over 4 decades. Can you believe it? 4 decades. I found these journals that I have, a lot of them, from 1984. I can't even believe it that I have them, but I've been keeping them. And I was going to go dump a bunch of them, but then I have the box sitting here, and I thought, let me look at these a little bit, because I want to see what's in them. And then I thought, all right, well, let's look at these. So I started looking at them and started remembering things that have happened. And and that's what we're talking about today is journaling. And that trusted companion who has been with me through it all, the last 40 years. I can actually say that because I've journaled at all times of my life when I'm happy, sad, depressed, mad, frustrated, not happy, extremely happy. Um, so picture this young, restless soul grappling with the chaos of life at 25. That was me, lost in this whirlwind of my own thoughts, like a mix master on overdrive. That's what I did a poem about that actually. Mix master whirling and twirling. I'll have to read that one sometime. I couldn't focus for the life of me. And I'm talking, this was bad because I had panic attacks, all kinds of stuff. Constantly searching for something elusive, something that would anchor me in the midst of the storm. And so at that point, um, enter journaling stage left. It was like stumbling upon a hidden trust buried within myself. With pen in hand, I embarked on self discovery, unraveling the tangled threads of my thoughts, fears, dreams. And guess what? The treasure I sought wasn't gold, wasn't fame. It was something far more precious: clarity. God, that says it all right there. So, but the kicker is this. There's been a reoccurring theme my whole life. And as I was flipping through the pages, I noticed the reoccurring theme. And it was a whisper echoing through the years. It wasn't about chasing external validation or fleeting riches. It was uncovering the treasure within, the wealth of wisdom and authenticity waiting to be unearthed. Could you believe that? That's what it is. And it's taken me this freaking long to figure that out. But I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I am still here. So now, dear friends, I invite you to join me on this quest of introspection. Let's journey through this labyrinth of my past, tracing footsteps that led me to this moment, from the restless days of youth to the quiet wisdom of age. We'll explore the winding roads, hidden valleys, and that define the landscape of my soul. So And so this is really, I just wrote this a little while ago. So it, what I realized is a lot of the things that I was doing was based on pure pure feeling, just pure feeling. And the reason is because I think that is how I dealt with everything. It was through feeling, it was through a lot of things, but it was through feeling. I was highly emotional. It was highly sensitive. What I realized over the past few years is that I'm very sensitive to everything, as if I didn't know that. Medications, people, things, all that stuff. So there's some things that make that good for me and some things that make that bad for me. But we're going to go along here and um, humor me with this because it was about, at the time in my life when I was writing this, I was in a relationship and it was not good. There was a lot of drama and um, excitability and things that would throw me off my game and that would unfocus me. And so, and what I'm talking about is living with an alcoholic. And this man had a son at the time. I'm sure if he's still living, he does. Um, but the story is that it doesn't matter who you are. What matters is how do you run your life? How do you take care of yourself in the midst of all of this nutball that you see? Because I was reading what also inspired me to do this is I was reading about another woman who was in a relationship, an abusive relationship, and she had to run with a baby in her arms, run out of the relationship because her husband was abusive and beating her up and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, that is just not okay. Not okay. And so, so the first thought is we have to take care of the baby. But number one, we have to take care of ourselves. Because if we can't take care of ourselves, then we're not taking care of that baby. And that's one of the things I've learned in 12-step programs and in just life in general, that when your life ends up on the floor like broken dishes, start picking them back up and piecing it back together. It's not going to happen overnight, but little by little, you can uh, make it back together. By allowing myself to be in this relationship, it was not a good thing for me because there was a power struggle there. This was a gentleman that was 20 years older than me and a policeman at the time, which was a big deal. But what I realized is that it was a mess. And what the other thing that I realized is that, which I didn't realize really until just a few years ago, like I've had a lot of depression issues. And I always thought, well, you know, you go see a therapist, you go see the doctor, they'll give you some medication, and then you take that and you're done. Well, for some people that might work, and it might work really well. In my case, it is not the situation. The situation is that I've been through so much trauma, PTSD, and depression that it takes much more to come out of a depression today. And that's what I realize is that's what happens over time. And that's what happened over the last few years for me, which brings me also to today. So, really what I want to talk about is where I came from, how I got to where I am, where I'm at today, and where I'm going. So, and I realized all the different things that I've done. And there's been a lot as far as spiritual healing and journey, and we'll go through some of it. And but it's the greatest treasure you'll ever find lies not in the pursuit of your riches, but in the depths of your being. It's right here. It's in your soul. So for the people that are grappling with these issues, emotional issues, mental issues, keep exploring them, because my sense is, my intuitive sense is that we have what lies within us. We have the information. We have what we need to do this. What we need is the guidance. So, and that's what I'm talking about, is the inner guidance that we get from ourselves, from our spirit. So let's keep journaling, keep exploring, and never stop seeking the treasure that lies within you, because it is there. You know, I used to think, well, what is it? Is it this? Is it that? Is it finding my power animal? Is it getting a spirit teacher? Is it doing massage? Is it doing this energy healing? It's all of it. But you can't do all of it, because that's one of the things I realized after I became a massage therapist. I went into body work, and the whole spectrum of healing, looking at all of it. And, you know, there's like over probably 150 or more different types of body work and energy healing. And I thought, well, who has time to do all that? I basically have time to do maybe two or three of these things, if any. So that's what allowed me to focus a little bit and to start working toward figuring it out. And it did not happen overnight. It's been years and years and years. But what I can say today is that, for sure, is that I know who I am. I know what I love. I know what gives me a sense of peace. I know how to find the answer even better. There's something called Akashic Record, and we'll talk about that another time. But doing Native American journey work or energy work, or now there's this ASMR, which also it's actually a lot of fun. I've done some of it on and off, and I like it, and I'm going to continue doing it because it's a very playful type of thing for me. Um, it it allows that kid in me to come out and play and do all kinds of different things that I love to do, that are great for people that have short attention span, right? So, yeah, those are the things that I love to do. Um, so let's just keep journaling, and fellow adventurers, stay curious, stay bold. May your journal be your guide. Um, so this is the Heal, Lead, Teach that I'm doing. My name is Anthony. I'm really happy to be here with you today and to start exploring my journal journey with you, because what I started to realize in here is that I have so much to look at and to talk about, that, you know, I it's going to take a while, but the reason I want to share it is because it's something anyone can do. You can do it today. You can start today. You can have started last week. You can start tomorrow. Doesn't even matter when you start. What matters is that you start and do something about it. Because the other thing I've learned about journaling is that it's a great thing to have to look at what you're doing and also to detach from the actual thing that's happening in your life. Easier said than done sometimes, but it does work. So just wanted to say thank you for listening. And again, this is Anthony, and we're going to be talking about the journey from where you are to where you're going, to where you've been to where you're going, and what's next. So looking at every day as a new exciting experience. So anyway, thank you for listening. Have a great day.